Why, Guy? I've been away for a little bit, but I'm back now. And I'm going to do several chapters recording today. You, of course, will only take them one at a time. This is called Stargazer, and it falls between chapter 4 and chapter 5. It's not a chapter by itself. Okay, ready? The Stargazer. Before the stars had names, before men knew how to use them to plot their courses, before anyone had ventured beyond his own horizon, there was a boy who wondered what lay beyond. He gazed up at the stars with praise and wonder. But his wonder was not only born of awe, it was also born of a question. Why? This question began as a spark in his breast and grew with the kindling only a boy's curiosity can provide. Why is the sky so big? He would ask his mother. Why am I so small? Why does the water creep up on the shore only to retreat again? Why does the moon change its shape? Why do shells hold the sound of the sea? Why? Why? The mother didn't know the answers to his questions, but she did know that one day he would leave. And that day was not as distant as it had once been. She had named him Polaris, a big name for her little boy, and for now she still called him Pi. But the days passed, the moon changed its shape, and the ocean licked the shore and retreated over and over again. Someday, when I am big, he thought, I will put my boat into the water and follow it when it retreats. And then I'll know why. And the boy grew big. One day he went to his mother, and she knew. They both cried their tears, though they were not the same. His were youthful and exhilarating. Hers were old and earned. She had made a necklace of shells for him so that he could always hear the sea lapping on his home shore. How will I find my way? He asked as he prepared to leave. Look at the stars, she said, ruffling his hair. They will guide you. The boy and his mother gazed at the stars as they had when he was small. Remember those? He pointed to a cluster that looked like a crab and another that resembled a hunter. Which should be my guide? His mother looked to the night sky. What do you see? She asked. That one. He pointed to a shining star. That one in the Little Bear. It's always there. His mother said, we will name that star and it will guide you. And for me, I will know that it is within both of our sights. She pointed to the little bear's bright light. That star will be my Polaris, but his mother pointed to a larger group of stars. The little bear has a mother, the Great Bear. Pi's mother gazed out into the rolling sea, and a mother's love is fierce. The Great Bear will watch over you. Finally, Pi cast off, waving as the distance grew between them. And then she called after him. He had forgotten his necklace of shells. Too late, he called from away offshore. I'll get them when I return. She watched as her son became the first to take the questions burning in his chest and set off by the light of the stars. Her Polaris would be the first navigator. But Pi had not yet earned his name. Chapter 5. Trying to keep the light out of my eyes here, why guy. Early continued writing numbers on the chalkboard as he told his story of Pi, but the talk of stars had taken me back to the one place I didn't want to be, the creek near our house, with the late afternoon sun dancing on the water after the survival outing. "Come on, Jackie," Mom had said, trying to perk me up. "Let's skip some rocks. See if you can get 4 skips with one." "I might get lost," I grumbled. "Oh, you're just a bit out of sorts. You'll find your way next time." "Fat chance," I said. "I can name every constellation in the sky, but put a few clouds in the way and I get lost. A lot of good stargazing does." Mom tilted her head back and looked up at the sky. "Sounds to me like you're getting ahead of yourself, Jackie." "That's like expecting a young lady to do your laundry before you gaze into her pretty eyes." I looked at her, confused. "You're jumping into the navigating part too soon. Maybe you should focus on the beauty of those stars up there, apart from their function. Just take them in, admire them, stand in awe of them before you expect them to lead the way. Besides, who's to say that one group of stars belong together and only together? Those stars up there are drawn to each other in a lot of different ways. They're connected in unexpected ways, just like people. Who'd have thought that your father and I would make a pair? Me, from a farm girl from Kansas, and him, a Navy man from the East Coast." She smiled at the retelling, even though I'd heard this story from both of them over the years. My mom had met my dad in a chance encounter. He'd spent some time in California and was heading back east to finish his last 2 years at the Naval Academy when his train got held up for some repairs in my mom's hometown. He got off the train to stretch his legs just as my mother was delivering a cake to the Granby house to celebrate their new baby. My dad had said, "What's a fella gotta do to get a cake like that?" "Well, I guess you have to have a baby," my mother answered, grinning to beat the band, my dad would say. My dad smiled a smile that went into tomorrow. And that was the end of that. They both would say. And that was the end of that, they both would say. He walked her down to the Granby farm, offering to carry the cake. Missing his train, and they were married the next month. My dad put aside a military career which didn't sit too well with his father, John Baker I, and lived the life of a farmer for the first 9 years of my life. Then Hitler started bombing England, and the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor, and all HE double hockey sticks broke loose. He joined the Navy and shipped out before Christmas that year. He left me in charge, giving me the navigator ring and saying, "Take good care of your mother." I didn't see him again until my mother was dead. "We're part of the same constellation, your father and I," Mom said that day. "It's just not one you find in any textbook." That's a nice story, Mom, but it's not exactly going to help me find my way out of the woods, I told her. Sometimes it's best not to see your whole path laid out before you. Let life surprise you, Jackie. There are more stars out there than just the ones with names, and they're all beautiful. Listening to my mother was a lot like reading poetry. I had to stretch my mind to make sense of what she was trying to get across, and even when I did understand, sometimes I tried not to let on. Gradually, I realized that the click-clack of chalk had stopped and been filled with the white noise of the record player. Sitting on the floor with my back against the file cabinet, I must have nodded off. Looking up, I saw the chalkboard full of numbers streaming out from the original 3.14. I can't believe it's time to stop. Oh my goodness. All right, honey bun. Bye for now. I love you.